Well, all right, y'all. Okay, we're gonna go back over here. Send it back over to John. Huh. Uh, you cannot have my money. Uh, 8, 3, 1, 6, 7, 3, 4. Back in the building. Lisa back up in the building. Welcome back. Who we know?
Hey, hey, girl. Hey, Abby.
Hey. So what I was trying to say is, y'all notice I'm a little hesitant to read it, but I actually have that controversial book about Malcolm X. This one right here, when they talk about how he was bisexual and stuff.
What? Who wrote the book?
Yeah, Manning Marable. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Well,
No,
barely.
no, I can't see it.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can take a picture. Oh, hold on, I can't. But anyway, it's called Malcolm X: A Life of Reinvention, and this is the book where they talking about how when when he was out there on heroin and stuff, he actually was bisexual.
Prostituting.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I read his this. Hold on, let me show y'all this book I read. Oh, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry.
Because for the most part, I do a lot of reading on my phone. I do Audible books because my hands be busy all the time. But I got some good ass books over here.
Word. See, I know.
I'm gonna reread. I'm gonna reread the Song of Solomon
Oh,
because
word.
that was just the Song of Solomon. Toni Morrison. I got Salman Rushdie over here.
Okay, so I
Um,
got this book,
really.
and it's a really good book. I haven't finished reading it yet, but they did talk about he was terrible as a child. The shit that him and his brother used to do, but they did talk about a time that he was when he was in foster care, how he would and he would sell drugs and stuff. And they did say that they thought one of his brother's friends, because they interviewed some of his older brother's friends, they did say that they thought that maybe that's something he was doing.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah. I
But
mean, you know what?
I
And
mean,
this is the thing.
I think that they should.
Homosexuality is not. I mean, I put it like this, and this is something I learned. And this is not excusing it. This is not saying it's true or not. But what people have to realize is just like autism is a spectrum, so is homosexuality. So maybe, during that time, maybe he was a little experimental. Maybe he just didn't care. But
And
as
I
he
think that
became
they do
more,
that to take away from who he was. Like at the end of the day, like even when they talk about like Martin and his, if he had, if he had affairs or whatever, like that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't take away from the work that he did,
no, it
and
don't.
that's not what he's known for. And so I feel like when they start talking about those things, they're trying to take away what their legacy is. Like who I don't care if Malcolm was a very prolific, and he still is. Like to this day, he's people follow him and people listen to him. Like he what he said rang true, and he wasn't no punk. He wasn't bullshitting, and the things that he said were very true, and he fought for what he believed. So to take that and to condense his legacy to him doing that, and oh by the way he's bisexual, that takes away from everything that he lost his life for. Like I don't give a shit if he was bisexual. Like if he experimented or whatever that was,
Hell, look
he
at
was
how
who he
people
was,
revere
and he
Martin
was
Luther King, and
murdered.
this nigga was doing orgies and shit. So,
Because he
But that's
I
what
really
mean,
I'm
and
saying.
that
damn.
But
didn't
that
and
doesn't
that
take
did not
away from.
take away
Damn.
from what he did.
And that's
Yeah,
what I'm
Martin
saying.
Luther
Like,
King was
why bring it up?
Sinner.
Like, if his wife ain't pressed about it, why are we talking about it? Because it takes
That's
away
true.
from what they brought into this world, and essentially what they were murdered for. Because both of them were murdered, and they were murdered for speaking to things that they felt were the right thing to do, and they rang true. And so, if he's having orgies, have at it. Shit, if those orgies may have made him be a good orator, like I don't know. Get out how you live. But
they even was saying that he watched a pastor rape another woman and didn't do nothing. But guess what?
Wow.
Nobody. Hey, they got a lot of tapes on MLK. And that's neither here nor there now, because like I said, at this point, anything that will be exposed will be to destroy his legacy.
I call bullshit, and I'm gonna tell you why I call bullshit. Because they murdered King, just like they murdered Malcolm. If Malcolm, if right, but if they had that much evidence on King, they would have had to kill him. They wouldn't have had to murder him. They could have just exposed him for what he was. So what we're talking about is what we're talking about. Even with Cosby, they're trying to destroy a legacy, because the reality of it is, when you talk about King, when you talk about Malcolm, when you talk about any black man that has been like really effective and their legacy has outlived them, you see them trying to tear it apart. Like even with Cosby, like, okay, Cosby went to jail and he did whatever he did, but why is all of the shows that he produced off of there? But if you think about all of his shows, they were pro-black, they were pro-school. You saw black people in a different light. The black family was painted in a totally different light. Right. It looked recognizable to some of us, and it was a positive light. He made kind of like until school, what is it? Different World, you didn't see a lot of black kids going to school. Different World came out, you saw all spectrum, all kind of black kids. There was not a monolith of a black child going to school. They were all kinds. You had a single mother on there. You had Freddie, who was mixed and she was strange. You had Whitley, who was, there was a spectrum of black people. So anybody could watch that. They could identify with somebody in there. And it spoke to a black existence that nobody talked about. So right. You take Cosby off of there, but old Charlie Sheen running around here giving everybody AIDS. Yeah. 3.5 Men was still playing. Like they never took 3.5 Men out, but everything that Cosby did, they tried to pull it down because of what he did. I don't even believe he did it, but if he did do it, we're ruining a legacy that was a positive influence for all black people. So when you talk about Malcolm and the orgies and Malcolm being gay and or whatever, bisexual, and Martin having orgies, who really gives a shit? Because everything that they brought into this world and gave to this world, it surpasses whatever sexuality or whatever freak they had. It doesn't mean anything. Why are we even talking about what they were doing sexually? What they brought to us is long lasting because we still talk about it. We still wearing t-shirts. We're still trying to do the things that they were not, that they left unfinished, that they were murdered before they were able to finish and see coming to fruition.
Well, I agree wholeheartedly. I was just thinking about Bill Cosby myself, and I wish that people, more people felt the same way about Bill, instead of, perpetuating the bullshit that they're putting out about him from fucking 40 years ago. Because he's one of my heroes. That's who I saw, coming up, and I admired and still do admire. I just, that's how I feel about Bill Cosby. He was a reason why a lot of us even wanted to go to school. Yeah. To be on campus and to join a fraternity or a sorority and stuff like that. We didn't know nothing about that at 10 years old, 8 years old. We saw it firsthand from his show, and you draw a parallel, you see the black family there. You see a working mother, a working father, you see the children. You see people getting married. You see all these great things. It's like, damn, it make you want to do that shit too. So it was dope. And the show had ran so long, it went through a nice chunk of your childhood. And then now they come with this shit, Then
on the flip side, look at Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, Hugh was
that man is a damn icon. And he was a perv, a pedophile, and a rapist. Hell, I think he was the one, if the shit was true, that supplied Bill Cosby with the Quaaludes in the first damn place.
It wouldn't shock me.
He used to be there all the time. It wouldn't shock me, no. But my thing is, you see how the white, just like what's his name, Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old cousin. Nothing ever really happened to him. Chuck Berry went to jail for having sex with a 16-year-old white woman. And then fast forward to R. Kelly. And I mean, my thing is I know I have my feelings about that, but my thing is they went after him with a vengeance, and this shit has been happening since forever.
Well, they're gonna, okay, it kind of ties in what we were saying earlier about, no matter what your status or your money is, you're still black. And when you try to go and do what they're doing, they're gonna make an example out of you, and they're gonna remind you that you're still black. So you may have seen everybody else around you, Jerry Lee Lewis and Hugh Hefner and all these other people, and they getting away with it. Don't think you can too, because you know if you do get caught, it may not happen today. It may happen 30 years from now, but you're gonna get popped. And then they're gonna take back everything that you earned. That's the end result. As much of it as they can, because that's how they get you. And you have no broad-based support because you know you can't go to the Black community and get 100% support or the majority support because we separate now. I mean, you got a whole thing, you got two different movements going on. You got, you know, a separation in the Black household. So, you know, you can't get that. So now you're just basically out on your own. You know, that's what it comes to. And then now, you know, you the butt of everybody's jokes. Everybody, they making t-shirts or they making memes and this and that. And this is your life. This ain't no joke. This is your life. Like everything you built being torn down in front of you in your old age. This man's like 80 years old. This should have never
So do you think he should have stayed in his own lane? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Yes.
So you think, okay, but then we wouldn't have had the things that we had to give us motivation if he would have been thinking like that.
No. I'm saying stay as far as in your own lane, as far as you fucking with these white girls and you doing all this other shit. This extra shit that these white dudes is doing, you trying to do it too. See, that man worked for Hugh. That man worked for all these other cats. But you, Bill Cosby.
98.7.
You not them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every now and then you will hear something pop up like that, like with Stormy Daniels. Okay, that was open and shut case. Donald Trump. Now, okay, makes sense. This girl a porn star. Nice looking chick, nice looking white girl. He paid for that. And you was gonna have to keep paying for that.
Shit, that dude paid for all of this.
Who wouldn't?
I'd be so mad he got some sex for free.
From a porn star? You supposed
anybody.
You supposed to pay.
Anybody should.
He got a Russian mail order brand right goddamn now. Come on.
I can't hear y'all. Y'all going at the same time. We gotta do something.
What happened?
Whoever.
Go ahead, Ed.
No, I was saying, hell, he didn't bought him a mail order bride now. That chick Melania, he paid for her.
Yeah, oh yeah, he been paying all his life.
And she dyking. She get freaky too. She out there hoeing. So yeah, I get that. That's his life.
I mean,
he know he got to pay for the pussy. He know that.
Because he
gonna buy
his personality is shit.
Huh?
I said because his personality is shit. That's
you don't have to have a
person. Look how he look.
Look what he's grossing. It's real easy to figure out. If you're making that kind of money, you could be the biggest asshole. You could be the ugliest motherfucker in the world. Look at Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav had a whole show.
I don't care how much money Flavor Flav had. He would have to steal that shit. That's the only way he getting it from me.
Hey, I don't know if they was acting or what, because it was
what they look real to me.
It looked real to me, and there was some bad on there too. I'm like,
they was clout chasing. They were clout chasing.
Kadar like he's a
damn, and you know he paid for it. Them niggas. It's just like with Trick Daddy, you just face melted off. What's wrong with his face?
He got lupus, y'all.
Does he have lupus? Dylan had lupus. That's bullshit.
Certain type of lupus. That
dude.
No, that nigga was in a motherfucking fight.
You hit Kadar. This was bullshit.
Lupus bullshit.
That nigga face is half melted off, and he's like what?
You call that man's lupus bullshit. You're a sinner.
He ain't got no damn lupus. Does he have lupus for real?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he got lupus.
Shit like that. Dylan had lost weight. Dylan didn't look shit like that. His face, everything.
But I mean, everybody has it differently. Everybody got different types of lupus. Some it affect their lungs, some it affect their skin, some it affect their bones and joints. My best friend got lupus and it messes with her bones and joints. And it's really hard to diagnose lupus because it's like before she was diagnosed, she had so many miscarriages because her body was treating the baby as a foreign object and attacking it. So I mean, it's just like Crohn's disease. I got Crohn's disease. It affects me different than it would affect somebody else. Like most people with Crohn's disease always run into the bathroom. Mine is different where I have a lot of ulcers at the top of my stomach. It affects people differently. So and it's some type of, Alicia, you would know, he has the lupus that affects his skin and his hair. Sarcoidosis. And you know who else has sarcoidosis? Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac, he died of sarcoidosis.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Bernie Mac died of sarcoidosis. I don't know. Let me take that back. I'm not sure if he died of sarcoidosis, but I know that he had sarcoidosis.
He had
I thought he had
pneumonia.
cancer.
No, it wasn't cancer. It was sarcoidosis.
He had sarcoidosis. I'm not sure what he died from, but I know he had sarcoidosis.
That was the Mac Man. That was my hero there too. Funny as shit.
Yeah, he was. I love that show.
Like 1 minute in a 3-hour movie, and he was the funniest.
That shit hit me like a family member died. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I felt like that about Tupac.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't bring
Oh, oh, Jesus.
Tupac fit in with Bernie Mac. There ain't no correlation between Tupac and Bernie Mac.
She was sad.
She said she felt Alicia cried when Tupac died.
Man, crying, man. I was a basket case. Like between Prince, well, I was a basket case for a month when Prince died. I wasn't no good to nobody. Like me and my cousin went to Paisley Park. We put cards on there, balloons. Like we stood at the gate and cried. I literally have pictures of me and my cousin. When Tupac died, man, I was good. I was a wreck. Like I cried like that was my man. I cried.
Trick Daddy got subacute cutaneous lupus erythematosus. So yeah, it messes with like his skin. That's why his skin looked like that.
But you told that word out.
Was all yes, I thought he was in a fire.
No, he has skin lesions.
Well, where's your compassion if he was in a fire though, Kennard?
Damn.
You don't have no compassion. What is wrong with you today?
Kennard like that.
What is going on?
I don't like him.
Bug Nasty in the building, y'all. Bug Nasty is in the building.
What? What I say wrong? What did I say wrong?
Kennard, you've been clowning all night. Like I don't know what's going on with you. You need a hug or something, but you've been cutting up all night. Put that brown. It's that brown liquor that got you acting funny.
What? I just had a little bit.
No, you had a lot because you've been clowning this. You've been clowning this evening.
He like forget Tupac.
Trick that he just he look nasty. You look at him, you be like, nigga, like what? You know.
I get it, but you ain't got to talk about the man's lupus.
I didn't know he had lupus till tonight. I thought he was using a fire. That's what I really thought.
But I don't think you care because after Emily told you what he had, you was like, shit, it looked like his skin looked like he was in a fire. I thought the nigga was in a fire. Like, what is going on with you, Kennard? You are really you are so insensitive tonight. What is going on with you?
Well, Far, I just, You
should just say the hell with it tonight, huh?
You don't do it. And you know what? In his mind, he's saying, I just don't get no fuck.
No, I honestly wasn't what I said wrong. I just said what I thought. I mean, I thought.
We encourage you to say what you think, but goddamn, what you thinking is some bullshit tonight, baby. You cutting up tonight, Kennard. I'm here for it though. I'm here for it all, but I'm like, you almost unrecognizable tonight, baby. You cutting up.
No, that chick that.
Hey, I want to know what happened with the who's kidnapping Africans? The Ukrainians?
Oh, so the Ukrainians are kidnapping. So the Africans that are trying to leave, they're kidnapping them. They're saying that they're detaining them. Russia's actually accepting the Africans that need help. They're accepting them, but Ukraine still won't let I think some Africans have already left. They've found flight or whatever. But Ukraine, like, it is no way that you're gonna convince me that anybody black should be over there fighting for them fuckers, because they essentially threw all the black folks off of there. Poland said that they didn't want anybody black in there. They wouldn't even let them cross the border. They want to be arrested if they go in there because they don't want nobody black over there. Ukraine said all their people go first, which is all the white folks. Even the folks, animals got to get on for these black folks. So we going over there to help them do what? Because Russia has helped the Africans. Russia has given them food, lodging, everything at no expense.
I heard Russia like black people.
Russia helped with apartheid.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Russia was one of the superpowers that helped Africa during the apartheid too. So while we're talking about Russia in this bad way, like, who taught us how to hate Russia? Like, And why are we not hating Ukraine? Like NATO got a lot of shit to say, but I don't hear NATO speaking up about what they're doing to those African students there.
Oh, because they agree with them. They won't be part of it.
But this is also a lesson for African students too.
Neo-Nazis.
Who?
Yeah, but this
Who did say that? He did say they neo-Nazis.
This should be a lesson to anybody that looks like us. Stop going over to these fucking countries, fucking with these folks, because they've pretty much shown you. You go over there and you go to their school, you go to their university, get whatever degree because it's cheap or whatever. But this is the essential. So when they go to war, you get to die in their country while their countrymen get to leave, and you stay because they don't give a shit about you.
Yep.
That's the perception that we get. We always, and see, I thought it was just here in America, but apparently over in Africa it's the same thing, and abroad that we want that.
It's all over the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
We want to be included over there. We want a piece of what they got over there because we think it's better than what we got over here. Instead of concentrating all our energies and efforts into building our own shit, we rather go and be over there with they people because we think it's better. And see, what end up happening is you get fucked in the game. See, the segregation was the best thing for Black people.
Sure was.
Straight up.
I totally agree with that.
They're not going to let us be segregated because not ever. They didn't.
Dude, Negroes ain't gonna want to be.
They didn't integrate us because they thought it was the right thing to do. They integrated us because they wanted our Black money. When they looked over that fence and saw that we were thriving better than they were, and we're the biggest consumers. If we were to take our money and explicitly spend it with Black folks, they wouldn't have shit because we are the biggest consumers. They will never let us segregate because they need our money. So so we need to be smart about it and understand that our money is kind of like, they ain't got to like our color, but they will respect our money.
Oh yeah,
and we need to get to a point where we get our money together, pull our money together, and affect change like everybody else. Like we don't have to ask them. Like, you can call me a nigga all you want, but I bet you if we got all the Black folks and got our money together, you won't hear the word nigga no more. Because now we're talking with money. Like, you can say what you want to, but we're gonna pull all our Black dollars from here, and we ain't fucking with y'all no more. Everybody from the NFL to the president to the store clerk on 79th. They're going to stop that because we have collectively wrangled our dollar, and we're now using it in order to gain political power, economic power, and we're asking for change, and we're doing it with our money. We can't get nowhere because we're too fucking niggerish. Like, nobody wants to pull their money together and do what the fuck we need to do for our shit. And that's the only word I can say. Like, it's niggerish. It's niggerish because that's the only way. Like, we can march and we can talk all the shit we want to until we put our money together. And if we want to segregate again, we have to get some shit together. Like, we can't segregate and need their power. We can't segregate and need their water.
Exactly.
We can't segregate and need their food. When we segregate from them, when we separate from them, we have to separate fully. And so now the question is, who can farm? How do we build our own water source?
Learn whatever you want.
How do we do all these things which is
Negroes ain't gonna want to work.
We do. And
I know we do, but I'm just saying some of us won't.
But we ain't talking about the some that won't. If we really want to separate, we need to be taking into account that we need to eat, we need clothes, we need the things that we're comfortable with. How do we get those things? What do we need to do?
And the thing is, when you talk, you still have to depend on them. Like, we don't have electricity, we don't own electricity, we don't own water, we don't own shit. So we still have.
They don't own water, but you can buy a piece of land with some water on it. We can do solar panels, and solar panels will, that conserves. And like, there's ways to get around it because they were doing it before they invented all this shit. True. Like, so we could do it, but definitely, like, we have to find farmers. We have to find people that know how to do exactly what we need in order to be.
I'm working on that. I'm actually working on that right now. I put up a post. I'm putting my feelers out. I'm trying to find some
farmers,
some black farmers.
Girl, it's black farmers in Illinois. It's a place called, damn it. I went there. I'm gonna tell y'all the name of it. I'm gonna remember the name of it. I'm gonna tell y'all. But it's in Illinois. It's black. It's like maybe an hour and 20 minutes outside of Chicago. It's a community of black farmers, like legit. And they've been there forever. And they came there. I think the lady said, like, during slavery, after slavery, it became a community. And what essentially is going on with them now, they grow their own food, and they're not really selling it. They grow it to live, like literally to live. Okay. And so she said that basically what's going on is these corporations are buying up farmland, and they're making hemp. and which you would think was a good thing. But apparently hemp strangles the other what do you call that? The vegetables, the crops. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you.
Mm.
It messes up the other crops. So they were fighting against having all these large hemp plants there because they're killing the crops. But there's a place when I remember the name of it, I'm gonna tell y'all. But there's a place in Illinois where there's black farm. I mean, I'm talking about black farmers that look like Kennard.
Oh.
And when I say they look like Kennard, I'm not saying that you look a kind of way, but I'm saying they're dark like you. They look like us.
Okay.
Like there's no mistake. There's no mistaking that they're black. And we actually had dinner with them and they fed us the stuff from their crops, and it was like really, like I remember my great grandparents had a farm in Bangor, Michigan, and I remember my grandmother used to churn butter, and they would grow corn and watermelon, and that was some of the best corn and watermelon. I've never tasted corn or watermelon like that. Even eggs, like they had chicken coops and they slaughtered pigs and they had all kinds. I've never tasted food, vegetables, snap peas. I've never tasted anything as sweet or as good as was on that farm. Like you can't buy that stuff in the store, and it tasted different.
It ain't got all the preservatives and all that shit pumped into it. This is natural shit, and anybody, well, I mean, I actually know a chick, matter of fact, she's prior service too. And I ran across her, I was at work, and I hadn't seen her in like years. And I seen her over at the grocery store. She's coming out of there. Says they were selling some land, I think out in Madison or wherever it was. I can't remember the town, but she bought it. It was like dirt cheap. It was like a penny or $5, some shit like that. She bought some land, and then she started.
It's called Pembroke. I'm sorry, guys. It's called Pembroke, Illinois. That's where the black farmers are.
What towns? What is surrounding? You know the surrounding towns to there?
I can tell you what's around there. Hold on.
I don't know why I'm thinking Zion.
I found it. It's in Kankakee County. But you know what?
That's south.
Yeah.
You know what?
So it was.
When we were little, Kankakee has a lot of black stuff out there, because when we were little, my dad would take us out to Kankakee to this black-owned ranch, and we would ride horses out there. I wonder if it's the same people.
For our family reunions when we were younger. Like that was a big deal for us to go to, and I never understood why, but that makes sense.
I wonder if these are like the same people.
It could be.
Yeah, y'all. I know how to ride a horse. Well, at least I used to know.
I rode a pony, like shit. I don't know. I was probably on the north side at the time, and I remember my legs being rough.
No, we was riding horses. Like like not the stallions. They was too wild, but we rode geldings and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Look at you using your words.
What?
It ain't nothing but there go this crazy bitch right there. Sorry, y'all. I call her that because she get on my nerves.
I thought you was talking to me. I was like, excuse you, ma'am.
No, she thinks her tail is another cat. You don't hear, and she fighting it. Y'all hear that?
I want to put a GoFundMe page together because I want a cat. I want 2 cats, and I need $1,200. $1,300.
Why don't you just adopt them? Just adopt a cat. They dirt cheap.
No, because I want a certain kind of cat.
What you want, a Siamese?
I want a ragdoll cat.
Ragdoll cat.
What is that?
You gotta Google it. Oh, they so pretty and they big. They fat.
They pretty.
They big like dogs.
Ragdoll?
Ragdoll.
Like Raggedy Ann and Andy. Shut up.
Hey, you shut up.
Yeah.
No, she literally running around in circles trying to catch her tail.
She not bothering you. Stay out of black girl business.
She ain't black. She gray.
Oh, this looks like Jinxie from
Meet the Parents.
Yeah.
Yes. Jinxie, I think, was a ragdoll.
Just like them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice looking cat.
Yeah. So I want 2 of them because they said. So I found some that are $650. I'm probably gonna have to have them flew in. I'm gonna have to fly them out.
Flued out. They gonna get flued out.
You want to get flued out? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to pay for their plane ticket or whatever. But it said that they're it's better for them to have a companion.
Yeah.
When they're kittens, so that they can become there. It makes it easier for them to acclimate to the surrounding. So I was like, okay, I need 2. So I need $1,300.
That's a lot for some damn cats.
Right.
Worth it. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I want to set up a GoFundMe for a cat.
That's not even the most expensive cat. I was ouch. Damn it, Chloe. Move.
Oh hell.
The most expensive cat is $100,000. It's called an Ashera.
A who?
And,
Yeah.
Oh,
Ashera, Ashera.
Let me look that up.
It's called an Ashera, and it's actually the biggest cat.
I don't need no
Oh yeah, this
$100,000 cat.
motherfucker look like a
like a bobcat.
yeah, like a bobcat. It does.
Big ass ears and shit.
I wouldn't
Damn,
want
listen.
this motherfucker in
I
my
don't
big
want
bed.
nothing
ass
that's gonna
cat.
attack me. I'm good. I don't want nothing
Right.
that's gonna
You don't want
beat me
this
up.
Yeah, that thing's
Oh.
big, Joe.
You gotta get a cage for this motherfucker.
Right.
Shit. I'm serious. You don't want that running around your
Yeah,
house.
26 to 33 pounds. That's a big ass cat.
Lock you up. Yeah. That's like it look like a hybrid. Is that
Right.
what it is?
It's like one of the African wildcats.
So you
You
gonna get this
African
motherfucker from
wildcat.
Africa? This motherfucker surviving in the wild. You don't want that shit.
Hey, Joe, this motherfucker got a leash on this motherfucker.
Y'all will not believe. Look,
Look, a leash so that motherfucker walking it.
hey,
That big
y'all.
ass cat.
Straight up.
Alicia,
Huh?
why my check just hit? I'm mad in the motherfucker
Okay,
still.
you good.
You good now? It's after midnight.
Look here. Somebody ain't got their check at all today. So hey,
Shit, me neither. I gotta wait till Friday.
amen. Don't try to make your don't try to make that a problem because that ain't no you
I
got
don't,
your money, right?
listen, damn it. I don't fuss about nothing, and I let everything
Girl,
goddamn
you
slide.
fuss
Let me
about now.
have my
First of
moment.
all,
Let me
that's
have
a
my
lie.
moment.
But I'm gonna tell you a lie. You fuss about everything. So I'm not here for your shit.
Look, she called me earlier. What you say? We was Della Reese and Fred Sanford.
Yeah, from Harlem. I'm talking to her and Lefty. They arguing. I'm like, shit, y'all sound like, oh, you blind motherfucker. Fuck you, fat bitch. That's what they sound like. I'm like, y'all need counseling. I can't be on this phone with all this hostility.
Oh Lord, no, he got hostile because we was talking about that hit dog hollering because Johnny is so funny. He put that post up talking about some for any man that ever acted like he was a woman and text a man to try to catch her up.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I did.
Man, I have a story for that shit. Oh my God.
We listen.
We all do.
Wait, hold on. We got 8 minutes. Go ahead.
Man, so I'm not saying no name. I'm like Law and Order.
Okay.
The names are changed. Protect the innocent.
Right on.
So there's a situation where this person was going through somebody else's phone, every night, going through the phone, couldn't find shit, going through the text messages, WhatsApp, whatever. Couldn't find shit, so decided that they was gonna ghost text one of the guys that was in the phone. Now the messages, the text messages that were in the phone, they were nothing sexual, nothing flirty, nothing, just just friendly talk, just nothing like that. Mm-hmm. So he decided he gonna send this guy a text, right? Text the guy something and making the guy think that it's his girl, and then erasing the text, right? So the girl don't know nothing about this text at all.
Okay.
The guy never responds back, and then, well, you don't know what happened. Like, I don't know what happened. And so on the maybe 3 days later, she gets a text, and the text say, "I thought you was coming to see me before you left."
Oh.
Not like that. Not like that. But like it wasn't messy like that, but it was like that. And so she was like, "What are you talking about?" And so, she was like, she asked the guy, like, "What the fuck?" And he wouldn't tell her what he texted. So she ended up calling him and was like, "Hey, I didn't text that. I don't know what was texted to you." Because again, she didn't know what was said. "I don't know what was texted to you." And he basically was like, "No, I got a text saying, 'Hey, I'm in town. I want to come see you, blah, blah, blah.'" And he was like, "Well, I guess I didn't answer quick enough because I didn't have my phone with him." So he was like, the text came back, "Oh, so this is what we're doing now." And so I was like, man, I'm like, for real, this is what's going on. And she was like, yeah. And guy essentially said, he was like, well, that's all that was text. But she never knew what, like, she to this day don't know if he texted somebody else. And I'm like, that's some bitch. Like, why? Like, for what? And so she said that he was like, well, I told you he wanted to sleep with you. And she was like, well, he hasn't done anything or said anything that would give you that impression. But if he finds me attractive, so what? Like, what was the purpose of you seem like I don't like. There's so much bitch assness in men, like in 2022. I just
It's just the
I
game is
don't get
different.
y'all. Like I really, like
No,
it's
I ain't never
mind
been.
fucking
Shit,
blown.
No,
not
don't say
anybody
us.
shit like
I
that.
don't know nothing about none of
And
that.
I
when
ain't
I
never
say
been.
y'all, I'm talking about being collect, like not you two personally, but collectively. Men are fuck. Men are they're interesting. Like they have so many womanly traits. I just don't I don't get it.
They were
I don't
raised
know what
by
to do
women.
with it.
That's got everything to do with it. When you was raised by women, you don't know nothing else but how women do shit. But then
You know what?
My brothers
I ain't
I've
were
gonna.
been,
raised.
I
That's
My
not
listen,
brothers were
I
raised
completely
heard
by my
true.
mother.
something.
My brothers would
Listen,
never.
That's
I
not
heard
completely true. I was
something.
raised by my mom.
Now
And I
listen,
don't adopt anything that she
Yeah,
have done.
my brothers were
you're
raised
not
by my
talking.
mom, and they would never do anything that crazy. Like that's
Okay,
retarded.
I ain't
okay, well,
never went through no girl's phone or
I
that
can't
serious
say I
I'm a
have either.
woman. I'm a woman. I've never been through a man's phone. I will.
at
If my man,
all.
I
Not
if
have,
my
even
man or
I
my
interested.
have. I
husband
ain't
leaves
even
his
gonna lie.
phone by
I
me,
have,
Go
I've
I
never
ahead, Eb.
have,
done it.
Tell
I
her, Eb.
have, I
Yeah.
have,
I've
and I
You
never.
ain't
go
I
even
got
right
gonna
shit
over
to
lie.
do.
here, Eb. She
And
said
shit.
both phones.
I got shit to
Even,
do.
Hell, let me tell, let
I'll
me
sit
tell you,
with
I
that.
I got some
even a
listen.
rotary phone at the
Yeah.
crib that plugs
Let me
into
tell you something,
a
because
wall.
I didn't know the voicemail password. I called US Cellular. That's how long ago it was, y'all. Yeah, I called
Yeah.
US Cellular. It was like I forgot my password and got it and listened to all of that shit.
Wow.
And when I say he woke up
Damn.
to a hell of fist, I'm telling you. But this was younger me, y'all. I ain't like that.
Okay, well, at least
First of
like I say you
all,
grew out of it. That's
I
good.
take an issue with doing it just because I feel like, and I've always felt like that, and I just feel like whatever's gonna come to me is gonna come to me. I have too much. To me, it's too much energy.
It
It's too
came
much
to me to
energy
do
doing
that.
that shit.
Shit, it came to me to do that. I
What
had an
I'm saying,
inkling and I ain't.
for me, like I've never done that because I always felt like whatever I needed to know was gonna come to me. And my great grandmother used to always say, when you go looking for trouble, you're gonna find it. I'm not
There you
looking
go.
for shit, but when it's time for me to know it, it'll come to me. But also at this age, what I'm going through your phone for? Like I got shit to do. I got grown people stuff to do, and your phone ain't one on my to do list. Like I don't get whatever
Right.
you're doing on that phone, do it. But I also believe that what I want from what I expect out of my partner is what my partner should expect out of me. I expect that I leave my phone here and you don't go through my phone. Like my husband has my code to my phone.
Mhm.
That don't mean pick my phone. I got code to his phone. He leave his phone. I don't go through his phone at random. He says that I can, but to me, it's a violation of privacy and it's a violation of trust. Whatever you doing, do it. Like, but if I'm in your phone, if I'm in your phone, I should be in there doing something that I need to do, not just rambling through your phone. And and he'll say, well, you can do that. You're my wife. But to me, I don't care that I'm your wife. Everybody deserves some kind of privacy.
Privacy.
And if you
Yeah.
want me to know something, or if I want to know something, I'll just ask, but I don't feel a need to go through your things to find out who you are. Because to me, that's like it's sophomore, it's childish, it's stupid. And at this, I'm 47 years old. Why can't I sit next to, especially I'm sleeping with you? I can't sit down and ask you a question. We can't talk. We can't have a conversation. And you tell me the truth, or hell, maybe tell me it's none of my business. But to me, it's a lot of wasted effort and energy going through somebody's shit. Like I wouldn't even go through, like if he left some shit, like some stuff on the table, I wouldn't go through his papers. I wouldn't read his paper. Like to
No,
me,
I don't. Like I said, I
that's
don't do
just
that shit
so.
now.
But
I
what
don't
I'm
do that
saying
shit
is that
now,
they're
right?
still doing it now, and to me, it's like so. That to me, I don't think because you're with somebody that you're not allowed privacy. Like my space is my space, my things are my things, and
Right.
you still should have that respect for my things, whether we're together or not. Like those are my things. Don't just go rambling through my shit. Like I have a problem with that.
Right.
I don't think you should. I don't think
Yeah,
anybody
I
should
don't
be.
like that shit either. I don't like that shit. And the thing is because I don't really like it, I'm really not gonna do it. You know. Plus,
Right.
like I said, I didn't have my heart broke too many times doing the shit, so I didn't learn my lesson.
Because you go look for trouble. That's what happened.
Well, see, I don't
But
think
okay,
anybody.
but hold on, y'all. To my defense, let me explain why I did it. Why I did it. Alicia, you know who I was with, right? So you know the story. This chick called me because this nigga told her that I had asthma so bad that I wasn't gonna live the whole year out. But I had a life insurance policy on my kids. So whoever had custody of the kids was gonna get like millions of dollars. So I guess it was taking me too long to die, and the bitch called
Wow.
me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't you tell no more of this sorry ass story. That's some sorry shit.
It's
That's
funny to me.
crazy.
It's funny to me because it's like you really called me to see if I was still alive. That shit is hilarious.
You should go ahead and shout her name out so everybody know who
I
she
can't.
is.
I'm not. I mean, I don't think
Text
nobody
it to
would know
me,
who the
I
hell
say
she
it.
was.
Text it, Ebony, text it to me, I
Who?
say it.
Her
Whoa,
name.
who
Her
is
name
it?
was
No, I'm just
Kenya.
joking.
Her name was Kenya, but I don't even know her last name or nothing like that. I mean, shit. Somebody called me, say, "How you doing?" Well, I'm just coming to me as a woman. You know that shit right there. Bitch, you
Ah,
ain't
here we go. Can we
That's
talk about this the
childish.
next segment? Can we please talk about this? Can we
Okay,
please?
we can.
That's childish.
We had less than a minute. It's gonna.
That's weird,
Yeah,
man.
we're gonna start off.
Hey,
I want to hear a little
listen.
more from
I
Will.
could write a book. I could write a book because my life has been
Excuse
stranger
me,
than fiction.
Kanai was talking.